What's up, everybody? It is Thursday night, which means it's time for the Thursday night Toypixx live stream. So that's why I'm here, so I can do the live streaming thing with all of you this fine evening. So, the topics for tonight, we're actually just going to go over some cool stuff that's been revealed, that's been shown off a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about the Maximum Series Hulk and probably bring in a little bit about the Maximum Series Spider-Man as well, because I have a different kind of spin on this whole thing than I think I've seen anywhere else on the interweb. So I figured I'd throw that out there, see what everybody else thinks about that. We'll talk some Harley, we'll talk some G.I. Joe, we'll talk all the things that are on the happening fun nail this fine evening. Now, before we get into that, I did want to show you one thing, and of course, I'm not logged in yet. So give me just a second. Actually, I might not need to log in. Hang on, hang on. I know, I'm always so prepared. Let's try. Here we go. I wanted to show everybody a little bit of what's going on here with Toypixx as far as what's on the old Tron, the old Patreon. Only because now I've talked about doing foregrounds in the past and all that, right? But I wanted to make sure that everybody knew about this. Hang on, I'm about to present the 100 Backgrounds for Action Figure Photography book is done. It was posted on X yesterday. I posted it on YouTube and Facebook and wherever Toypixx is out. I'm not sure I posted it on Instagram and Threads, actually. I'm really not doing much with anything that's owned by Meta, just because we're not getting very much reach with Meta, and I feel like concentrating more on YouTube and X is probably better when it comes to the stuff that I'm putting together, at least as far as the people that have followed me thus far. We'll see what changes in the future. But I want everybody to know right now this 100 Backgrounds for Action Figure Photography book is up on the Toypixx Patreon. It's free. You don't have to be a member. All I ask is you go there, you download it, and if you dig it, find a couple people that you can just copy the PDF to and send it to them as well. Let's spread the good word of Toypixx. That's right. We're making it sound like a religious thing. I'm not sure about that. I don't want anybody to be spreading the good word. Maybe, you know what? There's nowhere I can go with my train of thought here that doesn't end in offending somebody. So let's just go with this. If you dig it, send it to people. Let them know it's out there. Let's make sure people get to have some fun with all of this. So there's my shamelessness as far as that's concerned. And now let's go check out the chat. Sci-Fi keeping us up to date on what's up. What's up, Sci-Fi? Good to see you, sir. Greetings and toytations, everyone. $60 from Maximum Hulk. That's 80% reuse from the Hulk 2-pack with Wolverine in his original outfit. The other 20 piece is a vinyl sports bra toe articulation. And I'm going with 3 heads that it seems a lot of people don't like. But let's see what we've got anyway. And ratcheted butterfly joints. Ooh, nice call. No ball joint for the waist, so he can bend down with fisted hands and do an earthquake strike. The FX are cool. I like the Dale Keown head. Ed McGuinness head is off. And the Sci-Fi, always leaving us with the cliffhangers. All right. And the Mike Diodato head looks like he'd been Jokerized as well as a beatnik with all of that hair. I'll eventually get this because I have the Hulk from the 2-pack, so I can maximize heads, FX, and posing results. She-Hulk is an absolute must for me, and I want that Madam Mask 2-pack. Gotta grab Monkey Wrench and Cobra Commander and body armor. Bayathir is almost at 3K. If not for shop pay, oh yeah, shop pay. Ooh, Bayathir. Bayathir is still something I'm thinking about. making it 4 installments for me. I would have passed on this guy. Jeremy showed off Bathyer's Fury. It's a soldier with gold and woodland green colors. Now back to you, Dave, and our esteemed chat. Thank you, Sci-Fi. I appreciate it, sir. That all sounds pretty rad, pretty good stuff. And that was the one thing I was working on the thumbnail for tonight's video, and I kept thinking, I feel like I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? It is, of course, all the crazy reveals from G.I. Joe Classified. Monkey wrench, necessary with those extra hands, and he's got a more updated look. I love it. Battle Armored Cobra Commander, I don't know. I know he's got extra hands, but I've got his silver or his chrome faceplate. I don't know. I don't know about getting him just yet. What's up, Skew? Good to see you, sir. Anton, the last of the Time Lords, is indeed here. Good to see you, too. Let's have some fun. Let's party this fine evening. Mike Diodato head sculpts, teeth, double as a Cavity Creeps playset. Chest gel, crest gel, Hulk smash, Cavity Creeps. No lies told. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he is technically a photogenic figure if I grade him like I used to. The only thing, like, I'm not going to get the Marvel Legend figure because he's got the waist cut, and that hinders the angle and the pose that I can shoot that thing at, which is why. I mean, if he had a ball joint, I might consider it. Skew, Articulated Ninja and others have customized the memory. New Medi Toys work with great success as a better, bigger body. Going to check that out myself. I'm getting this body, but doing something with. Whoop. Oh, here we go. We have more with all those heads. Customizing has to happen for the reason Sci-Fi and Articulated Ninja went over. I haven't been watching videos about this so much. I mean, I've seen just in passing, people have basically been saying, "What's up, Star?" People have basically been saying it's kind of a meh release. And I saw the live stream. I saw what was up with it. See, it looks like it's time for another installment of Jaded Toys Gush Fest. I don't know. Were there even any Jada on the thumbnail? There's not much to talk about Jada-wise right now. I mean, as far as new stuff that's out or that they've announced, definitely always time for that. The Jadaness continues. Of course it does, Skew, because it's awesome stuff. Oh, man. All right. Do you collect any Doctor Who toys, Star? Uh-oh, Star. What do you think? Skew, Mystery Machine. If you need one sooner, the cheaper. $99 for the Walmart one if you still want it. D. Hunter has a review of it on YouTube to see it. Jada might make a better, cheaper one, but if they... Don't wait. Got it. Oh man, they gotta do it though. Ruby Sunday is hot. That is all. Oh dear. I do. It takes a while, but I used to have a really good source, but I think that place went out of business. Ook. Ugh. Not kosher. Not kosher at all. All right, what do we got? She is pretty, but my heart belongs to Sarah Jane Smith. See, this is you guys with your Doctor Who-ness and me with my Doctor No Anythingness. Woohoo! I like it, Mr. Madsen. Good to see you, sir. Star, I found that let's see, what I think is the perfect franchise for Jada to make figs of. You want to know what it is? You sure? You ready? Holding on to something, because here it comes. Oh dear. This is gonna be crazy. We're gonna see it. Minimum. Wait, what? that might be something, Spaded One. Oh man, oh man. Legendary Barbarian came in today. Jada Fei Long Deluxe Saturday. Boss Fight Red Sonja Monday. So much fun. Mr. Madsen, that sounds amazing. Specifically because it's me, that Jada Fei Long. I definitely got to pick that guy up. And Red Sonja, if she had something at the waist, I probably would have gotten her. I think the Boss Fight version looks the best so far of the ones we've seen. Anton, I recently bought the Daredevil Born Again book. The book is way different than the series, but that's okay. It's very sad. I'm interested in the new series that they're doing as Daredevil's an old man. Oh, that's right. I had seen something about that, but I didn't know much. Let's see. Call Cold Day in Hell. Oh, dear. Oh man, the max from the minimum. TJ Maxx. What? Remember that commercial? Wasn't it? TJ Maxx. I don't know. I don't know. I think that's the one I remember. I did in kind of fast motion. How about Assault Suit Lanos? Insert ominous music here, or Target Earth for those in the States. I don't know either of those. So you guys will have to help me out. All right. So one more time before I get rid of this screen here. This is 100 backgrounds. You go to the Toypixx Patreon. You can download it for free if you dig it. Make copies of the PDF and send it to a whole lot of other people. Now, also in the video description on YouTube, because I realize this is being watched on Twitter as well, on YouTube, you can go to the video description, click, and go grab it from there. Now, let's shut this down. And let's instead go to this guy. And let's chat a little bit here. Because if we're going with photogenic figure, he technically checks off 6 of the 7 boxes. Now, again, for me, I wouldn't get him because of the waist cut. So that's why he's 6 of the 7. But I do tend to think, okay, 6 out of 7. We're good with this. I think that you can reasonably argue that this thing wouldn't be bad for action figure photography. So I'm going to fire off some thoughts here, and let me know in the chat what you're thinking, and I'll try to catch up. You guys were talking a lot tonight. I like it. And yeah, here we go. So I think the problem with this Hulk isn't necessarily the problem with this Hulk. I think it's a problem with marketing, with sales, and with the bean counters at Hasbro, honestly. And here's why I say that. Those are kind of the 3 departments that we're going to look at when it comes to the problem with this Hulk. So first off, what the sales team needs to do is they need to really sell the crap out of this stuff so stores pick up the Maximum series, right? I don't know what all stores were involved. Obviously, I know Maximum Spider-Man at least was up on Amazon. I don't know if Walmart and Target were involved in this and all that stuff. But here's where sales may have failed. And this is kind of the crux of everything that I'm going to talk about when it comes to this figure. When you start a new line, when you start a new anything, you never make it so the second product is worse than the first product. And so what they did, and as far as the marketing is concerned, and this is where maybe there's some fault in marketing as well, is they really hyped up the Spider-Man. They hyped up all new parts, all new mold, all new everything, tons of extra accessories, blah, blah, blah. You guys know. You saw the live stream. They made it sound like, holy crap, this is what we can expect from the Maximum series. So where marketing probably blew it, I would assume that Dan and Ryan know that you don't want to start something and then make it worse right away, right? So my assumption is maybe they got overruled somewhere, or just there was some kind of falling out, not a falling out, but like, I don't mean people were throwing down in the background. I mean, something may have gotten lost in communication. When it comes to the salespeople, what they needed to do, what should have happened here with this Maximum series, is it should have started with Hulk. Now, I know that in order to sell the figure, sell the line, you're going to want to start with Spider-Man, but it's up to the salespeople to make sure that they're talking to the distributors and the companies and all that and saying, no, this Hulk is awesome. People are going to love this Hulk. Hulk is like the number 2 or number 3 Marvel character. You're going to love it, and just wait till what we've got next. I mean, the sales team had to sell the crap out of the Maximum series probably to get it made anyway, and they needed to push it so this Hulk was first. Because the big problem with this Hulk, as we've seen, is sitting there and saying, wait a sec, so it's all, so much of it is reuse, when what it could have been with the Maximum series is what a lot of people have said online. It's basically deluxe, but things to appreciate, and that you could make the argument that it would be Maximum Series 4 is, for the first time, I believe, I don't think any company's done this. Let me know if I'm wrong. They tried 3 heads from 3 different artists. Now, your mileage may vary on what you think of the heads, whether or not you like that approach. I respect that they tried something new there. Then they went with a Storm Collectibles type of chest system so they could get that thunderclap in there. Again, I respect that they went new there. And then all these extra parts and everything else, giving it a toe hinge to Hulk. I mean, a lot of this is stuff that other companies have been doing, but the fact that Marvel Legends is starting to incorporate some of this stuff into their figures with this, if they had started out with this Hulk, with everything they talked about being part of the Maximum series, imagine, people would have been a lot more stoked about this, I think. And imagine what would have happened if Spider-Man had been the second one, all new and everything else. Now you've got people saying, whoa, this is amazing. So sales blew it by not being able to say, hey, Hulk, let's do Hulk. Let's make sure that they just didn't sell the crap out of Hulk, basically. Marketing blew it by making the fact that Spider-Man was all new. Everything was new, tons of parts, making that the big focal point. So we would assume that that was the same going forward. And then when it comes to Hasbro, as far as the bean counters, maybe what marketing thought was, okay, they're all going to be all new. And then by the time they got around to working on Hulk, suddenly the bean counters were like, whoa, pump the brakes. No, no, no. So what's happened here is we've already watered down Maximum series. What I would do personally is kill it. It's done. You cannot recover from this from a brand perspective. You don't start out huge and then get worse. You start out with Hulk and then you jump to Spider-Man, and then you have to maintain that level that Spidey's at. So that's why I think that it was a breakdown between sales and marketing and the bean counters at Hasbro. And that's why this Hulk isn't being so well received. And that's why, genuinely, I think that this brand should just be gone already. I think now we have to start saying deluxe, because now everybody's going to think, well, it's just going to be a pricier regular Marvel Legend figure that I've already bought. So those are my thoughts on this. I think Hulk should have been released first. I think if he wasn't going to be, there was a whole lot of miscommunication in the background. Bad things happened. So let's see what everybody else is thinking when it comes to all that. Actually, let me blow that up again. Okay. Woo! A lot of chatting, a lot of chatting. I'll catch you guys. Don't worry here. Let's see. Naked Gun trailer was fine. What? Naked Gun? I have to look that up. Another one? A new one? Yes. Anton, no kidding. We try to tell people season 3 of the Netflix show was Born Again. Disney Plus series is more like Daredevil, Bored Again. No, it's getting there, Mr. Madsen. It's getting there. I'm telling you, the first 6 episodes were basically like act 1 in a movie. And now the next few, I think they're really stepping it up, actually, since that. I mean, 6 was good. 7 was, oh, they're really raising the stakes here. If Jada did this, I could finally drop 3-0 and go full time at Jada Toys Fanboys Inc. I'd be good with it, Star. I'd be good with it. I mean, 3-0 needs your money too, though. You know, we got to keep them afloat because they do Transformers. Yo, Skew, that trailer has restored my faith in humanity. Good Lord. How did I not know this was a thing? Like, I saw the trailer for, what is it? The Underworld, or Tales of the Underworld from Star Wars. I thought that looked kind of fun. Let's see, that disguise. Oh no, I have to see this. Who's playing the part of Frank Drebin? And I know that's going to take me a while to get there. What's up, Paul? Good to see you, sir. Such beautiful mecha all throughout that game. Please, Jada. Oh, no. I thought I was the only Time Lord that sold or that said dig it. Let's see. Maximum Hulk is a joke. Pins and single jointed arms. I think I agree, honestly. Paul, thank you, sir. Thanks for keeping the chat engaged, guys. Whoo. All right, Spaded One, what you got here? How you going to put out a Red Hulk with double joints and announce a maximum version with single joints 2 months later? I do agree with that as well. Whew, there's a lot of catching up to do. All right, Mr. Manson, we're going to give them an intervention about that. Maximum is supposed to be the best. Tony the Tiger from Jada, get here with breakfast so we can get better Maximum Hulk. That's the best. Yeah. Yeah. Needs to happen. Needs to happen. I need that Tony. That Tony's awesome. I sense a lot of custom Hulks on the Jada Zangief and T-Hawk body. Oh, I didn't think of that. Ooh, I wonder. I mean, those orcs, those do look like, I know what you guys are, what they were talking about with those earlier. Those would be good. Can't be your best without a good breakfast. They're great. Man, it makes me have to scroll too. Let's see here. I'm customizing that Hulk and customizing a Memory Medi Toys orc. See, that's what's up. Let's see. Sorry, a bit off topic. I was wondering, does the Toypixx moniker come from Toy Pictures or Toypixx? Star, it comes from Toy Pictures. So the live streams are going to be more about toy topics and all that. But once I get back to making videos, which is very soon, I promise, it's all going to be based around action figure photography. So, I mean, you'll get my thoughts on the figures, but it's going to be much more when it comes to that. See, June mentioned Akira as a possibility for a Jada line when asked about anime possibilities. Yeah. It's going to be pretty awesome to see whatever they come up with. Ahoy, wreck ship. What's up, sir? Good to see you. See, had another set of Jada, David, and Lucy arrive today. 5 SHFs are due tomorrow. Glad the wife is at work when I get home. Good man, Star. Good man. Skew, I want to see him do Hajime no Ippo with cloth goods like edge runners, fight shorts and gloves, and a set of warm-up sweats with regular hands. Give me it. Man, you know what? They do anything. So far, I'm in. So far, Jada has yet to let me down. But I'm always waiting. Perhaps. See. Yep. Miscues. Thank you, Skew. It's the only thing I could think of is maybe there was just some bad communication and other things and other departments. Who knows? Well, I'm sure you're very happy. Extra hands, lots of accessories like that missile, like the angry head. Like I said, man, I think they are improving with those kinds of things. I just think that they blew it on the launch of this line. That Hulk is incredibly disappointing. 90% reuse of parts. All right, guys, I've heard 80 and 90. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think I did have this Hulk, actually. I think the new things, we've got obviously new heads, the new thunderclap hands, new effects, new missile, new toe joints. Let's see. So I think the only thing that's really new on the body itself are the feet and the torso, like this upper torso. Am I right? Do 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 do. Woo-hoo. Thank you, guys. I appreciate everybody just being so cool with everybody in the chat. It's amazing. That new torso style is the only interesting new thing on this Hulk. I think, and I do wonder how it's going to hold up. I am curious about that, and we won't know that until a few years down the road, probably. I am going to need those swoosh effects for a spinning, let's see, lariat effect for Jada Zangief. Ooh, maybe you do, Spaded One, but maybe Jada provides them. Maybe you won't need them. Skew, I saw that interview. I really trying not to let my imagination run away with me. Really trying. Yep, I got it, Star Man. It's tough because whatever they do, things are looking good. Love the effects and clappability. I think they did a good job. It's just not maximum unless this had been the first release in the maximum line, you know? Let's see. Home Alone with my Jada Edge runners, and all is right with the world. Nice. Toy Odyssey. I would have paid 80 plus for that Hulk if it was an all new sculpt with better articulation and three good heads. You know, the head thing, it is kind of I will say, I wish that what they had done, and this is coming from somebody that's not going to get the figure. So my opinion on that probably doesn't matter at all. But I do wish they had taken, if they were going to do artist specific, they found one artist that was a little less stylized and just did three heads based on that one artist's version. I think that would have done better. That would have gotten a better reaction from the community. But again, I like that they tried something new here. It shows that an old warhorse like Marvel Legends can still try and pull off some new stuff. Maybe we can teach an old dog new tricks. Good Lord, the way I said that just sounded dumb. Okay, what do we have? We have Anton. Next to Spider-Man, the Incredible Hulk is one of my favorite Marvel characters. I understand his rage and his understanding sad music playing in the background. Yeah, I do think that the Edward Norton Hulk I think was the best Hulk, but I understand if he was that difficult to work with, not having him there. Maybe the story, I don't know. Let's see. It's all in the strategy. Thanks. Thank you, Skew. I appreciate it, man. Let's see. Yeah, I do agree. The reuse, if they hadn't done that, they might have been just fine. Oh my God, he hasn't seen the Naked Gun trailer. Spaded one, I haven't. I'm so sad about that because I loved the Naked Gun movies. See, 5 and 6 were okay. 7 was a snore fest. You know, I had to turn my head. I'm not good with, like, I can see like the violence, say, in Deadpool. I'm totally good with that. My eyes are on the screen. Once that scalpel came out, and that's without giving away any spoilers to anybody that hasn't seen episode 7, but there's a scalpel scene in there and it's used. And once that happened, I had to turn my head. For whatever reason, I'm like, no, can't watch that. Spay one, please go into the trailer without looking anything up. Oh no. I have to, without looking anything up, huh? Okay. Nobody wants that Hulk if the toy photos start showing up on Instagram, or till the toy photos start showing up on Instagram. You know what? Even Shooting the Galaxy, who does a phenomenal job on these photos, he had to take a photo with the Hulk running, and you see the flat spot when it came to the Hulk's waist. And truly, I'll be honest, guys, I would have gotten this if they had made it a ball peg waist. Dead serious, because I don't know what else is coming out for the Hulk. Oh no, don't tell me. Okay, so nobody tell me who Frank Drebin is. I will find stuff. I will find stuff after this. They explained in trailer, no recast descendants. Ooh. Liam Neeson. Sorry, Spaded one, foiled again. All right, let's see. Boring again. You're wrong. Star, what do we have here? What happened to all the stories that Hasbro wants to get out of the toy business and more into the video game industry? They were pretty prevalent a short while ago. Star, as far as, I mean, it does look like they are cutting back on lines. Places like Target and Walmart aren't regularly carrying stuff like Legends, and yet the adult collector seems to be a much larger percentage than a lot of other stuff, or a lot of their other customers. I think that they really are trying to, I mean, the CEO has said they want to focus more on games and their core IPs. So what I'd like to see happen is Hasbro really focus on GI Joe and Transformers, and then I would love it if they brought more girl brands back into the fold too. My Little Pony, focus on those as well. Bring in just enough to hit a few different target markets, and then let everything else go. And then all the money that they're spending on things like Black Series and Legends and whatever else they've got licensed, start using that money more to either to maybe break it up, increase their spend, what they're able to do with their collector lines, and also go into video games, because that's very clear that that does seem to be where they're headed, at least according to what's going on with the CEO. Alex, what's up, man? Thank you for stopping in. Let's see. Misused the character. Which one? Muse? Because I don't know my Muse so well. June said that the next two Scooby villains will be shown at SDCC. I forgot about that. I can't wait. Oh, Maximum Hulk now with cleavage. I mean, whenever any of us put our shoulders together, ladies and gents, or our forearms together. Oh, man. The missile is from Real American Hero G.I. Joe. Is it? Oh, no. That's kind of funny. Let's see. 80th Hulk reuse, right? The elbow should be double too. Memory Medi Orc has them. Yeah, I mean, I think what we're looking at that's new is only the torso, the heads, and the feet. Aside from that, I think the rest is reuse. And I had that Hulk, the one that came with the first appearance Wolverine. I had that thing, but that went away in the great Marvel Legends purge of, it was either 2021 or 2022, somewhere in there. Star Hasbro after all these years, and Jada is blowing Hasbro out of the water after only 2 to 3 years in the action figure market. Well, Star, and I don't want to, you know me, I love what Jada's doing, but consider the fact that Hasbro has to pump out so many figures that they can't. I mean, there is stuff about them that bother me, like how have ball jointed waists not shown up in Legends as a staple yet? That kind of thing bugs me. But at the same time, we've discussed how with a line like Legends, they have to come out with a new figure basically every 2 to 3 days on average, which has to get just exhausting after a while. Jada, I love them. I love everything I've ever handled from them. I am a Jada fan. We all know. But they get to do drip releases. They don't have to come in and make 150 Street Fighter 2 characters. So I do want to defend at least the Marvel Legends team when it comes to that kind of thing. Because if we look at G.I. Joe Classified, a line that Hasbro owns, they have really jumped in and stepped it up with their stuff. The fact that Monkey Wrench and Cobra Commander come with extra hands, that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, Jada is blowing away what Hasbro does from an average figure standpoint. The only line that Hasbro does that holds a candle to Jada is Classified. And even there, they make a lot of figures. So I'm not going to say Jada's blowing Hasbro out of the water, but I will say that I do prefer the stuff that Jada's putting together. I just want to, I feel bad for the designers having to put in all that effort for all those figures. Eventually, you got to just get sick of it. There's some interesting stuff here, and the price is honestly a lot cheaper than I was expecting, but the reuse and silly heads kill the whole hype. Yeah, I mean, when they came out and talked about Maximum Spider-Man and how it's all new, I mean, the expectations for everybody were set at that point. Once they said it's an all new buck, all new this, all new parts, tons of accessories, we thought that the entire line was going to be all new. So that's where marketing kind of blew it. Is if Spidey's the first one, like if that's where sales blew it, I guess. If they had made it so that people glommed on to Hulk first, they could have talked about him, and like the marketing could have done that and talked about him, and all would have been good. But because Spidey got released first, they should have been out there ahead of everything saying, hey, this is all new. We're going to try different things in the Maximum line. They're not all going to be all new. it was poor communication on the marketing team as well, I think. See, what's up, Kyrus? Good to see you, sir. Oh man, okay. What do we have now? Spaded one. I know everyone is hyped to see a Mezco Hulk, but I really want to see Mofex take a crack at a big body like this first. Spaded one, you have no idea. So my number one Mofex want is a Wonder Woman, like a 112 scale Wonder Woman comic. I would like that is the figure I wanted for the last 2 or 3 years. It's number one on my wish list is a Mofex Wonder Woman. Creeping up there is a Mofex Hulk because they've shown they can kill it with the larger figures. I don't know if you have Bane. Their Bane is incredible. And speaking of incredible, a Hulk probably wouldn't have to be much bigger and would be a good figure if they kept the same quality as they did with Bane. Mofex would have drop down hips and butterfly joints and ball peg waist. That's the important part. Whoo! Kyrus. I like the She-Hulk FF version. See, waited for that years. Toypixx, nice. And she looks cool. She looks cool. My only problem with She-Hulk is just nothing at the waist because I did see the first one they did, or the first one they did on that body out in the wild, and I had to do a double take. I'm like, that's a really good looking figure, but without waist movement, it just kills it for me. I miss Leslie Nielsen. That man was a gem. Anton, the Hulk is a really interesting character. He's gone through so much in the comics, intense to a microcosmic world, been sent to the crossroads where he practically turned on the entire Marvel universe. The Hulk is it's a tragedy. I mean, it's a tragic story, and they haven't played up that tragedy so much. And who could forget Planet Hulk and World War Hulk? I don't know. I feel like the biggest. I haven't picked up comics in a long time, really. So I feel like I know about Maestro, but that's about it. I don't know about Planet Hulk and World War Hulk so much. Star, if they're doing crossovers, I'd like to see RoboCop or Judge Dredd in Police Squad. That would be a crossover and a half right there. They're licensing Hasbro girls and other lines like Mask to other companies, Loyal Subjects and Fresh Monkey. I knew that, Skew. I knew that. But like those aren't. I think My Little Pony could be brought back in and Hasbro could make real money doing that themselves. But licensing all this other stuff out, I mean, Mask could be very cool, but there's nobody that knows what Mask is except us. Strawberry Shortcake, maybe. Gem, maybe. Like Strawberry Shortcake and My Little Pony, probably, possibly Rainbow Bright, have the best chance of being brought back into Hasbro as a great girl brand, or as great girl brand products that they could work on. I would love it if they did it. Fresh Monkey Fiction, I didn't know Hasbro had cops, but of course Hasbro had cops. Isn't Beachhead related to one of the characters? But yeah, I mean, I'm good with them licensing out the stuff that is less popular. I wish they wouldn't license out G.I. Joe, for instance. I would have liked 3 more Hulk-style heads. Jack Kirby, John Byrne, and Doc Green by Mark Bagley. Hulk's chest is bigger than She-Hulk's. Blasphemy! Wait a second. Well, Hulk's just a bigger dude. Anton, Princess Twilight is one of the big crushes next to Judy from Zootopia. Princess Twilight, is that one of the My Little Pony ponies? I don't know those things so well. See, I'd strangle a dolphin for a large live-action Spider-Man 2099 movie with a hardcore cyberpunk aesthetic. Careful, Spaded one. Dolphins are smart. They might be able to get out of the stranglehold. But if they can't, hey man, why not? I used to joke a lot. Do you guys remember when there were, let's see, people, I don't know how this even happened, but suddenly everybody was like, they hated, what was it about? Like clubbing baby seals. Like suddenly that became a thing. And that was a thing several years ago and all that. So I would be out and about, and I would be the guy that would just say horrible stuff and then turn it around into a joke that people didn't expect, and suddenly it was okay, right? And so I was talking about, like, a friend of mine brought this girl that he knew, and she was there laughing at whatever everybody was saying. And then I opened my mouth, and you could see my friend's face just turn white. And I'm sitting there saying, I don't understand what's wrong with clubbing baby seals. And everybody, like, this girl goes silent. My buddies all go silent. They're like, oh God, what's up next? And then I said something along the lines of, they just want to dance too. And suddenly everybody was chuckling and all that stuff. So that's where I go with that kind of thing as well, Spaded One. I would be all about that. Of course, we'd have to turn that around so we're not actually strangling dolphins. Skew, let's see, I've gone with those first, can still do a heads back, but another miscue. Yeah, I think they just should have gone a little more basic with the heads. Let's see, Muse is more of a newer villain. I didn't know anything about him at all, and I know more or less everybody in the Marvel Universe. I read up on him when I realized what was going on, so I had to check that out. See, Spaded One, they did an animated Spider-Man 2099 with a great soundtrack. It was called Batman Beyond. Dun, dun, dun. Wait, that was Spider-Man. What am I doing? Spaded One, bring on Moffex, Wonder Woman, and Hulk. Yes. Let's see, what have we here? Skew, I like the Fantastic Four She-Hulk. Yep, Waze needs that upgrade. Facts. Yeah, I think the She-Hulks all look amazing. I love that she comes with that set of dumbbells and all that stuff. But adjustments do need to be made. They haven't done Pony, Dave. Facts. Yep, that's a great idea. But I don't know. I mean, would it be something that sells? They have to figure out how to market their stuff to kids, or it all dies. Gem, Rainbow Bright, and Strawberry Shortcake are out now. I know, I know. Licensing is yeah. KJ, what's going on, man? Good to see you, sir. Whoo. Spay One, you're right. There's no way a dolphin doesn't know how to work the 2-on-1 and reverse to full guard. I'd get my ass kicked in front of everybody. How embarrassing. I know. And then the dolphin would be like, it'd be laughing at you. Oh, I should never make dolphin sounds. Harry, clubbing baby seals. Get band name. I like it. We need a band name now of clubbing baby seals. In one of their early movies, Cheech and Chong saying, save the whales, but shoot the seals. I like it. How did I not know about that? Oh, no. For a cyberpunk atmosphere, try Spider-Man 2099. That sounds like I started reading that like it was an ad. For a cyberpunk atmosphere, try Spider-Man 2099. Anyway, Anton, she is a beautiful unicorn pony with wings. Ah, okay, okay. So we've got the ponies. All right, so that's basically my take when it comes to Hulk here. I think that I think it was just bad all around to release this as the second one instead of the first, unless they were going to be able to do all new parts. And I do think that at this point, the Maximum series needs to just be gone. I think they killed it. Now, we were talking some about the Fantastic Four She-Hulk, so why don't we look at this? Because she has nothing at the waist, she would be somebody that I wouldn't really, I wouldn't necessarily, I mean, I wouldn't consider her for the collection, but that doesn't mean she's not a great looking figure. I mean, I think they're kind of killing it with their She-Hulk sculpts. And again, I love that she's got the dumbbells. And, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not sure I could go that heavy when it comes to the side lat raises. That's not lat raise? Good Lord, man. The lateral. Yeah, no, that is the lateral raise. The lateral raise. If I say side lateral, that makes no sense because it's redundancy. But anyway, yes, I do agree that this She-Hulk looks really good. And if you've been waiting for it, game on. Go get this figure. She does look amazing. My problem with her would be that because of the sculpts going on here, how muscular they made her, which is not a problem. I'm good with that. But when you turn her at the diaphragm, you're going to break up the sculpt quite a bit, which would all be solved by now we know by having a ball peg waist. And then it all gets to turn together. And it's an awesome, awesome, like it's an extra awesome, it's a Jada style awesome figure if we're able to do that. So that's my problem when it comes to She Hulk. But again, she looks amazing. All right, Anton, loving baby seals is very wrong. If you see the video, you will never make a joke like that again. clubbing baby seals. No, but they just want to dance, Anton. That's the important part. Kyra, She-Hulk's second head sculpt looks really nice. I agree. I think they did a great job with the sculpt on this. She-Hulk love. She-Hulk is love, ladies and gentlemen. That's basically what we've learned. Lawyer She-Hulk, bring it on. Bikini 2, fix waists, awesomeness. I know. I'm going to beat that drum until Marvel Legends does something about it. You guys put in that ball peg waist, I'll buy more of your stuff. Like how they gave her a ponytail in the alt head. It's a totally different look everyone is familiar with. Yeah, I think it's cool. And I think she looks pretty close to the color of the other She-Hulk, doesn't she? So you should be able to use that ponytail head on her as well. Disco boogieing, baby seals, they love to boogie and applaud. That's what I'm saying, man. Baby seals love the whole dancing thing. Uh-oh. We got... Oh, I got a text. Don't worry, we're good. I hate when that happens. Okay, let's get out of here now. I love going to Preternia's page because suddenly I can just find everything that I was looking to talk about. Of course, it takes me a minute because I got back here late again, as I tend to do. And we can talk about all kinds of SHF stuff, obviously. I'm going to keep scrolling. Here we go. I did want to talk about this amazing Yamaguchi Harley Quinn. Back when we do this, and let me get out of here and we'll go share that screen. Because there is something just, I haven't gotten into anything Amazing Yamaguchi yet. I want to badly. I think that would be fun. My problem is really, and it's not really a problem, it's just none of my stuff has an anime look to it. And Amazing Yamaguchi goes with the anime look. But she's cool. Like she looks like she's ready to throw down. And like poses like that, you're thinking, I am not messing with this person at all. This is bad juju. But yeah, I always love seeing what Amazing Yamaguchi has to offer. I was stoked to see this. I love this pose. This is the one that's on the thumbnail. It just cracks me up. Like somebody just got beat down and they're probably not getting up from that. I think what I really like here is it genuinely gives her the crazy vibe that she should have. Like, look at this. That pose is perfect. Yeah, Harley's looking rad. And of course, she comes with many, many things. I didn't really look at the head sculpt so much, or the face sculpts. These look really good. Yeah, I'm a big fan of this figure. I think when we're talking photogenic figures, I think Harley is going to be, she's definitely going to make the cut. All right, I'm going to keep it here. We'll go back to the chat, see what everybody's saying here. Kyra's funny thing, I got Titania for $23 on Amazon, so She-Hulk is right on time for me. Nice, Kyra's. I saw Anthony's Customs did a review of Titania. And he said, I mean, I think he thought she was really good. He said the only problem is the paint going down the front of her. He was saying that the cleavage is supposed to be skin tone and they use like a light purple and all that stuff. And he pointed out, I think this was right. I mean, I don't really care so much. But he pointed out we can get guys like Namor and somebody like, who was the other one? Hercules. but we can't get Titania painted how she's supposed to look. That was his big problem. But otherwise, I think he said Titania was a really good figure. And She-Hulk will go really good with my Mezco Fantastic Four. Oh, that's a good plan there, Kyrus. That's going to be awesome. Star, can someone please throw a little love this way and say that yes, Jada will show off Wave 3 of Edge Runners at SDCC 2025. They will, right? Right? You know what, with how slow those releases are, I'm hoping that what we see is fairly close to production samples of Maine and Rebecca. I don't know. I mean, it would be cool if they showed them, but we don't know. We just don't know enough. I'm hoping, Star. Let's see, you're digging the Harley? Milk Tea Girl can fix that, Dave. Then Harley won't be lonely. That's fair. That's fair. You know what? I've been laughing about Milk Tea Girl for so long now. She's got the same anime look that Harley does. Maybe we just need both of them. I think I'm a bad person because I just don't care for this modern Harley character at all. I don't know about the character so much. I think the look is pretty good. But I do prefer the old look where she's more in her black and red clown costume. Kyrus, I pre-ordered that Harley yesterday on Ami Ami. Nice, Kyrus. I think she looks pretty amazing, man. Let me know what you think when you get her. Hold up. Those faceplates are a near dead ringer for Lucy from Edge Runners. Spaded one. You know what? I don't know about Lucy. I'm thinking Rebecca. Star Spaded one. I'm with you. Harley just never did anything for me, even when she's done really well. Let's see. Dave, CT Toys is coming out with Amazing Yamaguchi Rebel Tech Spider-Man 2.0. Ooh, that's tempting. I don't know. I'm trying not to do much when it comes to CT Toys, simply because I feel like, so when you have a business and it's a totally different look, and I get this from a consumer standpoint, right? Like, people are just trying to save money, and I totally get it. From a business owner standpoint, I know that MOFX had to spend a lot of money to keep the lights on, to pay all their people, to develop everything. They paid for the tools and everything else that went into making these, or I'm sorry, Amazing Yamaguchi in this case, but MOFX for the most part, seems like. But Amazing Yamaguchi, all these layers of things that had to be done so that they could do all this. The design was done on a computer at Amazing Yamaguchi or wherever, all that. And like I said, they paid for the tooling. All that the people that are like CT Toys are doing is paying money probably to get somebody to run the tool a few more times and paying for some plastic and paint, possibly assembly. Whereas like Amazing Yamaguchi and MOFX and all them, they paid for the entire process all the way up. So that's kind of how you're able to get them way cheaper. It's just, as a business owner, I'm kind of sitting here just going, I don't know. They're so cool, but it's tough for me. It's tough for me. I think they look amazing, and the reviews have been astonishing for many of them. Did anyone notice Dwight pulling out real-life prop replicas of Daredevil's Billy Club when showing off Daredevil in their live stream? I did notice that, Sci-Fi. I thought that was kind of funny, actually. Skew, the jadedness will continue at SDCC. Facts, something, fire, guarantee. Now that I think we can guarantee, Star. Maybe we don't get the next wave of Edge Runners, but what we will get is a whole lot of awesome jadedness. I am sure they'll release something or show something off. June even, he kind of hinted, but didn't hint like he has. June doesn't have the best poker face, which one of the interviews, the guy said, "Oh, June, I don't know that you'd be all that great at poker." And June said, "Actually, I'm really good at poker." But I think we're going to see some Invincible from Jada at SDCC. So there is that. Just the way he answered that question when asked about Invincible. Okay. Am I just wasting hope by wanting an amazing Yamaguchi Alien and Predator? I don't know. I don't know. I think they do a great job with those, though. Sci-fi. My top Marvel Legends female figures: Power Princess, She-Hulk, Titania, and Black Widow. Nice. I think those are all good. Like, I've got the Black Widow. People have said amazing things about She-Hulk and Titania. And Power Princess apparently just went like mad. I know a lot of people are basically like, yep, this is your 112 scale Wonder Woman. So if you're going to have some, those are the right ones to have, Sci-Fi. At least from at least from the stuff I've heard. My problem with modern Harley is she's basically Marvel's Domino, but nobody has ever explained that she has that power at all, and they keep giving her Peter Parker like relevancy. So she's just insanely lucky. Is that the thing? I see. Like I said, I haven't been reading comics much. I'm really interested in how Mezco Hulk is going to be. Same here, Sci-Fi. I definitely want to know how they're going to do it. Are they going to try the thunderclap? I mean, I don't know. It's just many things we need to figure out. Kyrus, oh, I got this week my SH Han Solo. Nice. I really like the new head sculpt. It's great SH figure. Man, Kyrus, that's awesome. I saw it and I wasn't sure. I may need to get it. I don't know if I told you guys. I did pre-order Yoda, but I pre-ordered it from Amazon Japan, and I had a notice that it was going to get shipped at the end of last month. And then I got another notice saying, well, no, our bad. It'll be shipped January of 2026. So suddenly my brain, when it comes to SHF Star Wars, was sad. But but that's awesome, Kyrus. I'm glad you picked them up, and I'm glad you think the face is sweet. Yeah. We're going to get through these, and then we'll jump on to the next stuff. I want to talk G.I. Joe. I'm not a big fan of Suicide Squad, but that action figure looks pretty sweet. Yep, I totally agree, Anton. On both counts, really. That company is redefining what it means to be jaded. I sure am. 24/7, 365. Oh, dear. Oh, man. All right, all right. Let's jump out of here. Let's go back to. It's me. Hi, everybody. Let's go back to Britannia. And I want to go up to. Come on now. I know I saw them. We got to talk about the G.I. Joe classified reveals from this week. And we got to talk a little bit about what Harry told me, which is making me really need to get some of those hand packs from Action Force. But here we are with Monkey Wrench. Yes, it's just a render, but ladies and gentlemen, we have a modern, updated Monkey Wrench here, complete with crazy weapons, complete with a new head, complete with extra hands. And you know me, you know that's going to make me a fan. I mean, we've got a new figure, a new look, an old character. Like, this is what I want classified to be. And the fact that he's got all these accessories and extra hands makes me sit here and think, you guys could do this with all of them and make me very happy and make me spend more money. But I think that's rad. This, I think, is a repaint of the original Major Blood that was released. But, he's got a little bit of the red highlights going. The first one didn't have that. I believe, was this? I can't remember if that was painted. Oh, sorry, guys. Can't remember if the cylinder here was painted or not. But I did have him way back. I thought he was a cool figure, but again, didn't have extra hands. So I sold him. That's where Harry comes in. Does this mean I could buy black hands from Valaverse and install them into Major Blood here? Because that would be nuts. Now, Cobra Commander. I love this, and I'm wondering what price point they're going to go with. I'm hoping it's your standard G.I. Joe classified price point because it's got an animal. Of course, this iguana is named Serpentor. If anybody remembers the Deke animation, I wish I didn't. Sadly, I do remember my Operation Dragonfire a little bit, at least enough for this. And then he's got the extra hands. all this. I mean, you can't fault this. I think this looks great. This Cobra Commander looks amazing. Again, though, look, extra hands and an extra head and accessories. I'm hoping that they're starting to pay attention and listen. My only problem with this is I have a Cobra Commander and I'm not sure I need this version. But that's not really a problem at all. I think it's an incredible looking figure. Oh man, we started talking G.I. Joe and then the chat went boom. All right, let's see what we got. Uncarded reviews. What's up? That's what they call the old SHF bait and switch. Yep, that sounds like I got bait and switched. It made me sad. I want that Yoda, but now I have to wait a while. Sci-Fi, I broke down yesterday and got the Graveyard Skeleton 4-pack and Undead Warrior from Mythic Legions on VBTS. Nice, Sci-Fi. Oh, I've been really thinking about those skeletons and that Undead. I've been thinking about the entire Necronominous wave, if we're being honest. So yeah, I gotta step it up a little bit here. Daredevil and Spider-Man, two of my favorite characters. It's interesting when they work together and when they fight. They have fought a couple of times. You know, Anton, that would be something that would be fun to see in the Daredevil show. I don't know that it's going to happen, but they're obviously making Daredevil out to be an important character. I wouldn't put it past Marvel to make sure that Spider-Man and Daredevil have some scenes when it comes to the MCU. That would be pretty crazy. I'd be a fan of that. And I know that was kind of just off the cuff there, talking about whatever, but, you know, it makes sense to me. Spaded one, currently waiting for the arrival of my Mofex Spider-Man 2099. Really excited to get a good version of that suit on my shelf. And the swappable bat gimmick looks like a trip. I haven't looked back at that just because I don't usually get, like, if it's not 616, I don't usually get it. So I didn't look at him that closely. I'll have to check him out for that bat gimmick. Skew, loving the classified reveals. Fire, yeah, for sure. I think they're starting to listen, guys. I think we're getting more extra hands with more figures. If that becomes standard, look out. This collection's going to have a lot more G.I. Joe. I saw this video on an artist for Invincible was at MegaCon. I hope he comes to Comic-Con. Are you going to be at Comic-Con, Anton? Like SDCC? Whew, there's a lot of scrolling now. I get into G.I. Joe and the people go nuts. Oh, that Monkey Wrench and Cobra Commander are must-haves for me. Kyrus, Monkey Wrench for sure. Cobra Commander, like I said, I don't know, but I love the look of him. The only problem, again, isn't even a problem. It's just I have a Cobra Commander. Oh, sorry about that. So do I need more? I'm not sure. Skew, thanks, Harry, for the Valaverse hands tip. Passed it on to Darth Gutierrez in another chat this week. Oh, man. See, you thank Harry for that. I'm kind of cursing Harry for that. Because now I actually took some time and I was looking back at some G.I. Joe, like some classified figures that I would have gotten if they had extra hands. And then I was looking at the Valaverse hands and seeing, wonder if this matches. I know a Mortal Kombat Cabal origin figure when I see one. What? Uh-oh. I don't know my Mortal Kombat either. Quickly, I need to come up with that Bad Nerd t-shirt. Mr. Madsen, Monkey Wrench looks cool. Disappointed with Battle Armor CC. He's still too smooth. You know, I wonder sometimes when it comes to that kind of thing, Mr. Madsen, is it... I don't think renders do these figures any favors. I wish they went back to taking pictures because when I see something like an Operation Monster Force figure in front of me versus what they look like in renders, it's night and day. And so I wonder, well, yeah, he might look too smooth here. Maybe in hand, maybe if they'd taken a shot of him, maybe he would look way less. Maybe the light would hit him just right. I don't know. I wish they would stop with the render reveals, but the problem with that is then they wouldn't have any kind of marketing for months. They'd have to wait to do that and then get into a whole new cycle. Star, that's a great looking Major Blood. Yeah, that Major Blood is rad. For sure. Egad, man. Major Blood has different arms and legs. Oh, does he have different ones than the first one did? Oh, man. But if he doesn't have extra hands, he's no good to me. What a tool. But thank you, Mr. Matson. I'll have to go back and look at that again. With proper Harry-O credit, your helpful tip is helping. No, it's hurting, Skew. His helpful tip is hurting my wallet. That's the problem. Ah, excited. For, oh no, Monkey Wrench. I likes it. Yeah, Monkey Wrench he's looking good. Uh-oh. Sci-fi, wait! I'm not done talking about Maximum Hulk, and I got nothing. Hey, if anybody wants to go back into the Maximum Hulk discussion, we can party. Skew, add a Serpentor Cobra hood to the Iguana dead ringer. You're not wrong. And that's what Serpentor deserves, really. Cobra Commander's way cooler. Kyrus, Matthew Matson, yeah, I was hoping they would sculpt the original armor on Cobra Commander armored version. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's a more updated look to him, because I don't remember the old armored version so well. But still, it rocks. Yeah, digs. See, Fred Sevenhead can use Captain Marvel Legends head. Oh, you know what? I didn't think about making that a Fred head. That's right, a Fred head. That iguana is going in my Edge Runners display. Nice. I have to look. Oh, I have to go back and rewatch Edge Runners, don't I? That'd be fun. Sorry, Dave's talking more Doctor Who. Is anyone in the chat about excited about the Savages coming to DVD? You don't have to apologize at all, Anton. That's what the live streams are for. We just see what the people want to chat about as we're going through the craziness. Kyrus, oh, Toypixx, that iguana is Serpentor. Oh, yeah. I am aware. Plunderlings, what's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that iguana is pretty sweet. But your stuff's pretty sweet as well. Let's see, Matt and Peter did share a scene together in No Way Home. That's true, because that's where we found out that Matt was a very good lawyer. So Matt and Peter did, but we need to see Daredevil and Spider-Man pull it off. Cobra Commander always seemed like a misuse of a character. He's portrayed as a fighter, but he's more of a strategist, a schemer, a politician, someone who wields power behind the lines. That's fair. He was portrayed like that, especially the cartoon, although in the cartoon, he wasn't a very good schemer. When I got Monkey Wrench, I always wondered about that trident gun that he has. Is that a spear gun? Maybe. I don't know, honestly. This is terrible. I never actually thought about it. I was just like, oh, hey, cool pointy gun thing. Sci-fi, that green and yellow iguana is actually Serpentor. He was turned into a reptile when Cobra Commander became humanoid again. Yep. Serpentor. Gotta love when Serpentor's a pet on there. Is that a pet lizard? That's a pet iguana. That's Serpentor, Anton. That's what we've been saying about this guy. It's hilarious, actually. If you can stomach 5 episodes of fairly poor TV, go find Operation Dragonfire. G.I. Joe Operation Dragonfire. I believe it's on YouTube. And you'll get the full story here of that iguana. What does a tactician need with body armor? It's always confused me. Well, I mean, Flint's a tactician, and he's constantly on the front lines. So maybe that makes sense. It's just Cobra Commander was never really portrayed that way. But again, in the comics, it wasn't really Cobra Commander, it was Fred. So maybe there's that going too. Got turned into a big giant lizard at the end of the movie. Once a man. This is how they correct that, though. See, Anton, you gotta go find Operation Dragonfire. Night Force Operation Stabby Distraction Initiate. Fight Phase 2. Go. Operative Harry-O has laid the groundwork. Operative Toypixx is go. Skew, stop it. I'm going to get hosed. Mr. Stabby is going to kill me in my sleep. And then we're not going to have these crazy live streams. There's always retro for this armored Coco. If the armor is different, strong possibility. That's true. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but you guys, it was a lot less smooth, wasn't it? Now that I'm looking at it, I should go find, like, is yojo.com even a thing anymore? That way we can look and check some of this stuff out. I need Thresher and Zayana, Zartan's daughter, for my Dreadnoks. I'm also adding Crystal Ball and Raptor to their ranks. Sci-Fi, I am so tempted by Crystal Ball. I mean, I know that I'll have to get them on the aftermarket now, and that's fine. If I decide to get them, I can do that. I'm good with that. But I there's just something extra freaky about that dude, and I kind of like it. Oh man, so much dead air. Anton, I will be at New York Comic Con. I go every year. Nice, Anton. Oh, that's going to be a blast. I need to go to a Comic Con, like a big one. I went to MuskeeCon, and then they have a Motor City Comic Con that happens outside of Detroit. I might have to check that out. Anton, Dave, you can always use more toys and comics. I see that's the problem with going to a Comic Con is I'm there for the toys, but I'm always tempted by the comics. Mythic Dolphin, what's going on? Hi, at 6:40 a.m. on April 3rd, 2025, funded Beathir at 2749, Benegar upgrade unlocked. Oh man, Beathir's Ash Skeleton unlock is at 3K, so 251 to go. 92% Fiery Breath, 1963 sold, fully unlocked. Epic Wings, 1,494 sold, fully unlocked. Oh, why do you tempt me, Beathir? That is a big dragon, but there's so much that's going into that. And the sculpt is so good. I've gotten away from talking so much about Beathir, but oh, Mythic Dolphin, you remind me that I need to look at that again. And we've got till the 6th, correct? Oh, such a pretty dragon. Flinted, no, I will not have that kind of talk, Spaded One. That is unacceptable. We do not talk about Flint being worse than Duke. That's not even right. That's not even accurate. Like factually, that's false. Careful, Dave will kick you for that comment. It's an e-kick. It's just patently false. Like I think General Hawk said so. He stated it as a fact. Sci-Fi, you do realize how many times Cobra Commander has been betrayed by his own people. I'd have armor too. That's fair. That's fair. And his inner circle does the betraying too, like the people that are closest to him. See, there's that Flint's coming, and Flint's is going to get a video even cooler than the one I did about Duke, which wasn't really a cool video. It was just ripping on Duke for forever. But Flint is going to get a video similar to that Duke video where I talked about how he's a great figure but a terrible character. Flint's going to get one that's like great figure, great character. And I'm still going to use that as a second opportunity to rip on Duke. So make sure you catch that one, Spaded One. He keeps giving me Jango Fett vibes. I'd rather see him in something akin to robes or capes. He does need they need to do a little more with that chrome faceplate version. I think they could have a lot of fun with that. We're good man, Spaded One. Good man. I do enjoy the back and forth. Skew, what's up? All right. Let's keep going. Let's keep partying. We'll see. Speaking of Comic Cons, I will be attending my hometown con, San Diego. Oh, Alex, color me jealous, my friend. Very nice. San Diego is one of those, it's kind of on the bucket list of Comic Cons. I've never been. I think I've told you guys I was at Wizard World in Chicago, which was pretty good size. That was a big con. That was sweet. I've been to Motor City. I was at that Wizard World twice. I've been to Motor City once that I can recall. And I've been to MuskeeCon now, and then some toy shows, not very many. So SDCC is on the bucket list. Dragon Con's kind of on the bucket list. I know I want to check out the one that the Four Horsemen have. There's just so much. There's so much goodness that we really need to see, I think, or that I need to see. But yeah, SDCC is a bucket list style con. Them's fighting words. See, yep. Everybody knows that Duke is this sad, sad, inferior character. Alex, looking forward to getting my hands on the Cold Slither set. You know, that Cold Slither set just looks like straight up fun. I got to give it to him on that. It's not something that I would probably pick or that I would pick up, but it does look like a blast. So I can't even argue anything. Flint can't even take a snake in the heart by Serpentor like Duke did. Hey, hey, that's because Flint's not dumb enough to run in the path of a snake. Flint's wearing body armor if he throws down with Serpentor. Come on, there's an intelligence quotient here. Duke knows languages. He doesn't know battlefield tactical intelligence, clearly. Skew, even cooler, retro Flint video incoming. Oh, for sure. Once I get him, that'll be my favorite video to do this year. Like it doesn't even matter. Like that's just going to be whether I love the figure or think the figure's kind of meh. It's just going to be a blast to do that video. Mythic Dolphin, did you see the Bathier's Fury initial first pass reveal last night? I did see it. I thought it looked pretty cool. Full reveal, extra head, and the accessories will likely be tomorrow night. Oh, nice. I'll have to keep track. I know I need to see more of this stuff. This stuff is making me happy, people. Skew, the armor is to justify armored Coco riding in the Pogo vehicle. Gotta survive. You know, there are theories about how kind of Cobra maybe cheaps out on some of their equipment. So if he's riding around in the Pogo, you know he's got to keep himself extra safe. Although I can't imagine Destro really making poor equipment. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe like the his tank that Cobra Commander rides around in is extra fortified and the rest are just normal or average. I don't know. Spaded One. I'll be at the premiere of that video with my Boy Scout badges laid out on the table. Awesome, Spaded One. That one's just going to be fun to do. I'm telling you. SDCC, the mecca of nerds and geeks everywhere. Facts. Who all has everybody here? Has everybody been to SDCC, or are there a lot of us that haven't? Obviously, I haven't. It would be cool to organize like meetups around cons once I've got all that good to go with Toypixx. Just curious, because yeah, whatever cons I go to, I should be saying, okay, guys, here's a Toypixx meetup at this point. Did you know the crystal ball was helped created by Stephen King's son because he figured Cobra needed a magician? I didn't know that's why, but I did know that he was that he was co-created there when it came. I thought it was Stephen King though. It was actually his son. I mean, that's cool too. Mythic Dolphin, yes, Bayathir campaign ends Sunday, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Okay, Mythic Dolphin. My eyes are glued to the dragon. And I really like the Maxilius and the Gideon. I don't have them here because they've already made it to the office where a lot of my stuff has made it to. Now I need me to make it there. That's what that text was, is there's part of the office that's going to get torn out a little bit. There's some stuff on the walls that I don't know what to do with from previous tenants. And so the person that's in charge of handling that stuff is going to go there Saturday. So it looks like I'll be there Saturday helping him get that stuff out so I can start finally rearranging the office a little bit and maybe start doing some stuff over there. Skew, Cold Slither set. They watched the streams because we suggested and they listened. Love it. Yeah, they're just fun. It's a fun group of people on that GI Joe figures or on the GI Joe line. How much is Cold Slither going to cost? Kyrus, I think has the price been confirmed? Why am I thinking 150? I don't know why I'm thinking that. Maybe it hasn't been confirmed and I'm just talking. Do you want just Bayathir? Mythic Dolphin, I am one of those that it looks at this and thinks this is a one-time thing. This giant dragon is a one-time thing, kind of like the Super 7 Cat Slayer, right? And I think to myself, if I'm going to get in on this, I got to go all in on this. So that's the trepidation, is if I get it at all, I'm going to go nuts. So I've got to figure that out a little bit. All right, guys, we've been on Cobra Commander for a bit. I want to go to the reason. Oh no, is it not on here? Oh, Preternia, you have let me down. Okay, wait a sec, wait a sec. Maybe it's here somewhere. Hey, look, there's a bunch of stuff. Okay, what I wanted to go to was the Snake Eyes figure that they revealed, the blue one. And I don't know where else to go. Let me actually try a search. Somehow X has gotten a little better with this. Snake Eyes. Let's see what we get if I type that. Look at that. I typed Snake Eyes, and we are actually getting stuff like this. Full Force Podcast. Maybe that's where I should have gone. All right, sorry guys. We're just digging through Twitter now, looking for this figure that I wanted to look at a little more and be sad about because of the fact that he has black hands, I believe, which means I could load up with some Valaverse and pick him up. I think I'm past where he'd be. You know what? Let's do this. Let's go latest. Don't you guys love where you're seeing me just kind of dig through and see what's going on the Twitter sphere? Oh no, when I type latest, we're not getting much. Ah, silent issue. Everybody does show that some respect. That's good to see. All right. Well, you guys know which Snake Eyes I was talking about. It just makes me sad that I'm not finding pictures. People. All right. Anyway, it's the version 4 Snake Eyes, and it looks like he has black gloves, which means that even though he doesn't come with extra hands, I should be able to pick him up and get some gloves from Valaverse and make things rad. This is so weird that I'm not coming across any pictures after typing Snake Eyes. I'm almost annoyed. You almost want to just jump in there and be like, okay, what's up here? What is going on? Ah, never mind. Let's just go home. And let's go back to the stream since I couldn't find what I was after. Oh my gosh, I'm so sad. What do we have? Oh, Superman. I can't wait. All right. Let's head back to the stream, see what we got. Ooh, people's in a streaming, chatting kind of mood. I likes it. It's a good thing we're not all in the same room. I'd be concerned with all this Flint Duke tension. I think we'd be okay, Star. Let's see. Skew, not yet SDCC on bucket list. Nice, nice. Yeah. If I can do that, once I'm able to swing SDCC, we'll definitely be like, okay, guys, we're meeting up somewhere. Anton, not exactly. Stephen King helped create Crystal Ball. As a tribute, they named Sneak Peek after his son Owen. I did not know that, but yeah, I did think it was Stephen King that helped create Crystal Ball. But yeah, I had no idea that they, let's see, named Sneak Peek after his kid. That's pretty cool. Let's see. Didn't someone say that Jada will be at SDCC this year? Yep, complete with possible. And I'm not saying this is fact, but it seemed this way when June was talking. Complete with the possibility of seeing some invincible figures. Crystal Ball is a Romanian mystic that comes with a Cthulhu head. I gotta get him. Yeah, he looks. That's what I mean. He just looks wicked. Crystal Ball's name is Stephen King's son's name. Wait, we're all over now. Let's see, that's your next diorama. The Cobra, let's see. Wait a sec. Oh, what have I done? Sorry, guys. Now I'm pushing too many buttons. The Cobras forced Duke and Flint to fight. Oh, wouldn't be a fair fight. I'd feel bad for Duke. That would be the one time I'd have sympathy for the character. Skew Raider. Nope, that's Sneak Peek. That's named Owen King. Okay, okay. Think we got some of that ironed out. Peak, let's see. I've only been to Legions Con 2023, 24 and have tickets for Legions Con 2025. That's pretty cool though, Mythic Dolphin. I think that's sweet because you found one you dig and you just keep going. That's rad. I need to I feel like I need to get there, and I want that's the name of the one I couldn't come up with. I need to check out Legion's Con, and I know people have talked about how great PowerCon's been. My problem is I lived in Ann Arbor for quite some time for reasons because I learned to love Ann Arbor when I went to school, and well, PowerCon's been in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm not sure that I'm allowed to go to Columbus, Ohio, just because of my association with Ann Arbor and the big block M that's on my license plate. Let's see. Have fun in San Diego. Yeah, that's going to be awesome, Alex. Let's see. See, the price has not been announced. Okay, Mr. Manson, thank you. I didn't think it had, but I was, for whatever reason, I'm thinking 150. And I'm sure that people have talked about what they think it's going to cost. Yes, I know that that is really cool. I didn't know that G.I. Joe had a Stephen King connection. Yeah, that's pretty rad. Whee! Version 4 Snake Eyes. Yep, that's what I was looking for. I went to SDCC in 2005. It was life enriching. Oh, sci-fi. I want to go there. I want it to be a life-changing experience. Basically because I know San Diego's weather is always awesome. I also think a classified Arctic Commando would be cool. Ooh, that's a good idea, Kyrus. That would be very cool. G.I. Joe, I mean, I trust that team. I think they do good work all over the place. Stephen King created Crystal Ball as a tribute to Vincent Price. Oh, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool, too. So now I need Crystal Ball just so I can have a Vincent Price action figure, I feel like. I've never been to San Diego. Like you said, I would love to go one year. It is on the bucket list. Yeah, SDCC is there, baby. Woo. Let's see.
Collecting cans.
Is correct. Sneak peek. My bad. No worries, Skew. Star, anyone think that Fallout would be a good match with Jada? I can't stop thinking about matters with Jada that I have absolutely no say in whatsoever. Star, I mean, we could sit here. We've talked about Hanna-Barbera. We've talked about Looney Tunes as being kind of the obvious two that I would love to see. And I think a lot of you guys have talked about that too because of characters like Space Ghost. And then I don't know who would do this. I've always wanted to see a Saturday Night Live line, which wouldn't sell. I mean, it probably wouldn't sell at all. But I think a company that could do that, make them kind of tunified versions, like you go in and you have Jada do tunified versions of the SNL cast from like the beginning to current. I think that would be a blast. I just think it would be fun. But we could sit here and spitball who Jada could do all night, and they could. We could name off every anime, and guess what? They could crush it. No doubt in my mind. We could talk about any video game. They could crush it. No doubt in my mind. I mean, they're really good. The problem that a lot of people are going to have is the slow release schedule. Personally, I like that because it's enabling them to create great figures every time, but I know not everybody's so keen on that. Alex, question to the chat. Has anyone ordered Mezco the blank and received it? My card was charged almost a month ago, and I haven't received any shipping notifications. That sucks. All right, guys, anybody? Anybody? I did not order the blank, so I can't help you, Alex. Hopefully somebody else can. Oh, there you go. They take 1 to 2 months to ship after charging. There you go. Mr. Matson's on it. Let's go, Spartans. Wait a second. I've been to Oregon Con. Nice. Nice. Oh, there's so much anger. So much anger. Let's go, Spartans. Oh, boy. I remember the way he used to look in the cartoon, and he didn't wear any gloves, which was really weird. Yeah, you know. All right, guys, we're going to go. What do we have? 8:30. Let's go till about 8:40 my time, and that's 10 minutes from now. And we'll go from there. We'll call it a night. And else, we need to go back and we need to find some of that SHF goodness that I showed off. Jada is best to suggest, see what happens and be surprised. You know what? I think that's probably a good call there too. Skew definitely keep suggesting they will hear it. Yeah, I get the feeling that they pay attention. I don't know why. June said what we postulated, not starting too many lines and getting messed up. Prefer that. Keep the momentum going slowly, expanding with good licenses. Yep, and that's what I like to hear. That's one of the things that is shooting Hasbro in the foot a little bit, is having to stick to such a crazy release schedule. Jada doesn't seem to have to do that, and that really helps those figures. I love the idea of a company like Jada making great figs of these smaller franchises that the larger companies won't touch. Jada is the deliverer of dreams and fantasies. So much potential. I 1000% agree, Star. As I'm shaking my head, no, I 1000% agree, Star. Woo. Okay, let's go back. You know what we need to do? Where do we drop our opinions that Jada might hear? Man, maybe we should make that a live stream. Let's just one night just say, okay, Jada, here's what we want to see from you. Maybe we should do that. Maybe Monday is a good time. Maybe not. We'll see. Would everybody be interested in a live stream like that? Jeremy from Four Horsemen is live on Dorklair starting now. Maybe Bayathier update. Nice. Well, then it's going to be good for me when I'm getting off here in just a little bit. Let me get out of the old X because I wanted to talk about a couple things that I saw on Toy Arc from SHF. Just real quick before we get out of here. One of them, let's go with Nail here. I don't know my Dragon Ball. I know, you're all absolutely stunned, but I do like the look of this thing. And SHF, Dragon Ball and Kamen Rider seem to be the lines that they really care about. Although it sounds like they do a really good job on Naruto as well. It's just that Dragon Ball and Kamen Rider just seem to get extra love somehow. So I wanted to check this dude out. I don't know much, as you all know, when it comes to Dragon Ball, but I do know that SHF seems to make pretty sweet Dragon Ball figures. Like, look at that face. This guy, for taking pictures, is going to be just ridiculous. And I think that's what had me so I thought Harley looked so good, too, is just the photogenic nature. I mean, again, look at the face there. It's ridiculous how crazy this thing looks. I absolutely love what SHF does with their Dragon Ball figures. And of course, we had to look at Obi-Wan Kenobi here. Like this is a good Obi. And I don't believe this is a re-release, but let me know if I'm wrong. I think it's a new figure. But again, I don't know. I didn't know the SHF Star Wars figure so much from way back when. I know the Yoda isn't a re-release. Like it's the same Yoda mold, but they're doing cloth goods instead of the plastic goods. So I get that, and maybe they're doing something like that here as well. But there it is. We've got Obi-Wan looking really good. Like this is one of those SHF Star Wars line is kind of a dream line for me. So I've got to find a way to jump in, or I've got to see what Mafex is going to do in the future. Star Wars is kind of my first nerd love. And so I want to find a way back in, but I need to love Star Wars like I used to. And I think I'm there if I can just think about the original trilogy, if I can think about the prequels even. And I didn't think the prequels were that great, but the Clone Wars cartoon made them much more palatable. And then if I can think about like the Mandoverse, I think that at least Mandalorian and Grogu and Ahsoka, like those figures are all pretty good. So I think I'm okay there. If I can avoid the sequel trilogy like the plague, I think I'm okay. Rogue One, I'd even be good with figures of. But yeah, I think that I think SHF just does a good job. Straight up. Yeah, that's pretty. Anyway, all right, let's get back to the chat here. We got a few minutes to go. Here and your favorite streams. Even make a post/video directed to them. Heck, we can stream one and do that at Toypixx. Ooh, you know what? That might be a good idea, Skew. We could make just a straight up video too. Yes, yes, yes. Well, I figured you'd be in, Star. Yes to the Jade and this awesomeness. We are with it. I wonder, you know what would be fun is if they're, I don't want to say this because I keep saying I don't want them to do Disney stuff, but imagine their take, Jada's take on the Star Wars Visions series. Like the anime look that they could do with those. That would look sweet. Yes, live stream to Jada. Maybe we could get June coming by and hanging out. Star, I will take the day off from work for that live stream to Jada. I'm so there. Well, you wouldn't have to take the day off work. We'd still do it at the same bat time, same bat channel. Sci-Fi Dave, we have NoviCon 2 times a year here in Novi. And YumaCon, a major cosplay and anime event held in downtown Detroit at the Huntington Bank Center, formerly Kobo. Oh, I have never heard of YumaCon. And I didn't know NoviCon happened twice a year. I only knew about Motor City. Sci-Fi, keep me up to date. I'll pay attention. I'll see if I can find some of that stuff, some of the information there. But I appreciate it, sir. That could definitely be something to check out. Groovy me, what's going on? I think Black Series did a better looking Kenobi than SHF, at least from the Kenobi show. And they might have. They might have. I don't tend to pay much attention to Black Series just because they don't come with much stuff and their articulation is not great. But they might. I mean, the likeness that Hasbro puts on a lot of their figures does a really good job. Sci-Fi, the 5-minute preview for Superman is leaked online for anyone that doesn't want to buy a ticket to the Minecraft movie this weekend to see it. Sweet. I'll have to check that out and the Naked Gun trailer. I can't imagine Liam Neeson being the guy in there, but maybe it's going to be great. I love the sequels and the figures. You're not allowed to, Groovy Me. That's dissension in the ranks. I'm kidding. If you love them, that's awesome. And I know they did. I mean, I'm not judging the figures they made of the figures they made of those characters. I think a lot of the figures look great. So no throwdown, no problem from me. Now, if you say that your favorite G.I. Joe character is Duke, we're going to have words. Anton, well, guys, I think it's time to go to bed. The last of the Time Lords is out. Anton, have a great night's sleep, sir. We'll talk at you next time. Thanks for stopping in. Star, I need to prepare for something like that Jada live stream. I can't get distracted by going to work. All right, how about, yeah, now you guys remind me on Monday. Let's make next Thursday the Jada live stream of the stuff that we want to see from Jada. Next Thursday, hold me to it. We'll make that the thing. All righty, just about out. YumaCon originated here in Michigan. I did not know. Like I said, I've never heard of it. I have to look into it more. Ruby Me, the only thing that was just okay for me for Star Wars was the Acolyte show. I've loved everything else, even the sequels. Groovy Me, I wish I could be that person. That actually sounds way better than what I am when it comes to this stuff. I would love to be able to have loved it all. That would have been so much fun. But we all like what we like and we all dig what we dig. And there's all just, I mean, the one thing about Star Wars is there's somebody for every part of that show. Somebody loves something about all of that series. So, or about, parts of the series, whatever. And I love that about Star Wars because, hey, it's not all going to be for all of us. So that works for me. And with that totally clumsy way of talking, it is time for me to get out of here. So thanks as always for stopping by, everybody. It's massively appreciated. Obviously, I think Star's saying, I'm considering making Muskycon an annual thing for the Four Horsemen Midwest meetup, Dave. I might do that too, Sci-Fi. I think I should do that. Toypixx needs to represent the Midwest. But anyway, guys, that's it. Hope everybody had a great time tonight. Thanks as always for stopping by. You could have done anything. You hung out here, and I think we all appreciate it. So until next time, have fun and happy snapping. See ya.